Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Today I'm going to show you all the takeout I've gotten in the past week or so. We order in probably too often. We order mainly from Caviar, sometimes DoorDash, even though I think they're like the same thing now. I will say I went in a little bit more this past week just because I knew I was filming this video. I try to cook a lot more in between those days so that I'm not just ordering in all the time. It is so sunny, but we're just going to go with it. In case you're new to my channel and need to actually see what I look like, I actually hate asking you guys to subscribe. This feels a lot like begging, but like, can you? The first restaurant I'm gonna start with is Cafe Mogador. This place is delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and say that about everything. So this is like Mediterranean, Greek style food. They also have Moroccan style food. Like, we order from here pretty often because it's fairly healthy and it's very delicious. Like, we love that kebab style chicken. Let me show you guys what we ate. Nick was not that hungry today, so he got a grilled chicken breast. We got the hummus and pita and this falafel, which is to die for. French fries always, like I always try to get fries. And I got the kebab plate. Again, Nick already ate, so like I'm not just like overeating, or maybe I am, who cares? Look how perfect it is. Like, it is so perfect. I love all the vegetables and the way they do the rice and the way they grill the chicken here. Everything just tastes top notch. Sometimes we get the tagine, I think that's how you say it. It's so flavorful and just perfect. All the restaurants we eat from normally are of top quality ingredients and organic and all that good stuff. Kings County Imperial. This one took me a while to start liking. I think I just wrote off Chinese food because I just kind of saw it as gross. Like, I loved it growing up and I'm just kind of grossed out by it. And then we have this one place called Michael and Ping's that used to deliver to us and it doesn't deliver to us anymore, and it was so delicious. We now order from this place often and it comes in like Chinese food trays, and I don't know why, but that just adds like a whole nother level of excitement to it for me. Here we got the Angry Pig rice, fried rice, regular jasmine rice, the cold sesame noodles, and we got the General Tso's chicken. We have also gotten the Kung Pao chicken from here. It is also very, very delicious. And these are the egg rolls that have no meat in them whatsoever. Now to add some fried chicken into the mix because I was gonna say obviously, but I don't want to be a stereotype, so we're just gonna add fried chicken to the mix. Who doesn't love fried chicken? Sweet Chick is a very staple fried chicken place in Williamsburg. A lot of people go there. We have actually never been to the restaurant. Isn't that crazy? Like, we've never actually been to the restaurant. The food delivers really well most of the time. We've ordered a couple times where it came really cold, but I don't want to blame the restaurant for that. I think it's just whoever was delivering our food. So we got some chicken and waffles, both of us. Nick got the tenders and I got the bone-in chicken. He also got a side of macaroni and cheese, which is also very, very tasty. The French fries here are so dope, seasoned so well. And the fried chicken, the skin on this chicken is always to die for. So what we got? Oregano. Oregano is very tasty. This place we have been to in person, not too recently. We've ordered from it more recently than we've been to it. This is my favorite place to get spaghetti and meatballs because that's not something I normally want to buy. Like, I can just make that, but the way theirs taste is just like, the sauce is homemade, the noodles are homemade, although you can opt in for regular spaghetti if you want, but why would you do that? Like, they make homemade spaghetti. The meatballs are huge and they're like charred on the outside and they're just so perfect. Everything from here tastes so good, but their spaghetti and meatballs is probably some of the best spaghetti and meatballs I've ever had in my life. Pasta travels really well, so every time we order from this place, we never have any issues. When we're in the mood for pasta, we have a couple different options, but when I really am craving some spaghetti and meatballs, there is no other option but oregano. They don't skimp out on the sauce either. They definitely give you enough. It's piping hot when it arrives. Like, every single time, they make sure it stays hot. The noodles are so delicious. Like, it makes me want to make my own homemade noodles. Nick got chicken Alfredo, and this as well is really good. Like, look how creamy it is. They also have really good pappardelle bolognese, also homemade noodles and homemade sauce and homemade everything.
The amount of times we actually have sage is insane. Like, this is a very mild week. Normally we have this like twice a week.
Okay, Sage. I feel like this should have been at the top of the list, but we kind of fizzled out with Sage. We were getting it like almost every single week. I think we kind of just overdid it for a little bit, but it is still so good. Like the best Thai food in the area. We still order from it pretty often. Their takeout quality is great. It always arrives perfectly hot and together, and everything's like separated and organized. I usually change between a couple different things on the menu, but tonight I really wanted the red curry chicken. Spicy, of course. I always want it spicy. They add some green beans and peppers and basil and some bamboo shoots, and the sauce is really good. And I usually get some spring rolls or sage curry puffs on the side, depending on how I'm feeling. Sometimes we get the stir fries, like we get the ginger stir fry or the Thai basil stir fry. When we first started ordering from here, I was like all about pad Thai and drunken noodles. Like that's all I wanted to get. And it's funny, like I haven't gotten that in years. Now I only ever get the curry or some type of stir fry. I also chose to order sage this night because Nick went out with one of his friends and it gave me the opportunity to order whatever I wanted. So I chose sage. The night after that, we actually ordered separately again just because we wanted something different.
Nick and I don't always order together. We don't want to deprive each other of each other's, you know, cravings or whatever. So I wanted some sushi. I was craving tuna and I told them to put the seaweed on the outside and they did not. Normally they do, but it's cool.
I kind of stumbled upon Fushimi. This wasn't like a place that I found within the first couple years of living here. I just was tired of looking for hibachi in Brooklyn. Like I feel like there's not good hibachi. Like I just couldn't find it. Like either it was like breaded chicken for hibachi, which is weird and disgusting, or they would say hibachi and it was teriyaki instead. I either make my own or I order from Fushimi. They are A, very delicious, and B, very, very quick. Like this guy runs to our apartment. This is my time to get sushi because Nick doesn't like sushi as much. So I usually get sushi and the Fushimi chicken fried rice because that is a given every time. It's the best hibachi in Brooklyn, at least in my area. Oh, I did cook one of these nights. So that's good. That's really good actually, because I haven't been cooking at all. I've been so lazy aside from like the cooking episodes. Like I've just been so lazy. So the night that I cooked, which I made some really good Moroccan chicken with Moroccan couscous. It was so delicious. Like the flavors in this recipe, I should start my own restaurant. We decided to order dessert that night because I wanted dessert really bad. We have a lot. We are blessed to have multiple desserts to order from in our area. The Good Batch, Patisserie Tomoko, Martha's Country Bakery. The hardest part is just choosing at this point. This particular night we ordered from Mesa Coyoacán. I'm not even normally a churro type person because I just never really had good ones, but the ones from here are the best churros I've ever had in my life. They're perfectly crunchy on the outside, on the inside they're soft, and they come with these dipping sauces, and I always ask for 2 caramel because they usually give you a caramel and a chocolate, but I just want that caramel sauce. It's so good. So we get 2 each, and they have like coconut flakes over it. It's so delicious. So we got 2 orders because we hate sharing, basically. Mesa Coyoacán also has great tacos. This is normally what we order from there. We don't always just order desserts. Whenever I want tacos, this is where I get them from. That's another thing we used to order like every week, and we kind of just died down on it. I don't know. We're having a reset after the holidays, and we're kind of getting back into like ordering the things we want. Or maybe we're changing our regulars, I don't know. We have another dessert place because we do order dessert pretty often or go out and get it. We are surrounded. We have no other choice. Martha's Country Bakery is a great staple. I started ordering from here and going here when I lived in Queens a couple years ago because they have one in Forest Hills. They have 2 of them on Bedford Avenue. I'm still not sure why. They're within like a minute of each other too. It makes no sense. Martha's Country Bakery has everything you could possibly want. Tonight we wanted cupcakes and I got some chocolate mousse cake. It is so delicious, especially if you are craving chocolate. But they also have really good cheesecake, the chocolate chip cheesecake, the apple crumb pie cheesecake, like every cheesecake you could possibly want. The Oreo cheesecake's really good. Macaroons, they have pastries, they have pudding, like banana pudding, bread pudding, tons of different slices of cake, tons of different slices of pie and cheesecake, cupcakes. They just have everything. It's like one of those bakeries when you walk in, they have everything like laid out and they have so many different things. And they also have really good beverages. If you want like red velvet hot chocolate, stuff like that, this is the place to go. And then last but surely not least, because New York runs on this food group, pizza. Pizza used to be the only thing I ate when I first moved to New York. Like that's literally all I ate. I definitely slowed down a little bit on the pizza front, but we did have it this week. We used to order from Roberta's all the time. Like that was our main place to order from. We also have Joe's Pizza and Emmy Squared, Anna Maria Pizza. We have Grimaldi's, which is always really good, but it always takes so long to get here because it's always busy. This particular night, we decided to go with Rome to Brooklyn Pizza. So we got a small round pie, which I love that you can get a small or large because there's only 2 of us. We hate wasting food and we don't always eat all the leftovers. We've been really into Supreme style pizza with the green peppers. We got some bacon on this, pepperoni, and it's their margarita pizza that we put all of this on. So it has like fresh mozzarella and marinara sauce and like fresh cheeses and stuff like that. There are so many different pizza places to order from. It kind of just depends on what we're in the mood for and what style of pizza we want. That's just what we ordered from this past week. We change it up all the time. And like I said, I definitely try to cook a little bit more so that we're not just over ordering. I see a couple trends here. I'm seeing an Asian cuisine trend. Went for Chinese, I got Japanese, I got Thai. Like clearly I have a thing for Asian cuisine. Out of all the food delivery apps, Caviar gives us the least issues. They usually resolve them really fast by like giving you a credit or just like handling the situation, like getting in contact with your delivery guy or whatever. Uber Eats, no, can't stand it. It always has problems, like every single time. Postmates, I've like just given up on using. This delivery app just does not work. It's not real. Like it'll put all these restaurants on and we'll order from it and like it just doesn't show up. Seamless, it kind of just depends on if we can't find anything else on Caviar or DoorDash. That's like the OG delivery app, but it kind of just has fallen off the map since Caviar and DoorDash arrived on the scene. Sage has its own delivery app, so we usually order directly through their app so they don't get charged with all the fees. We're trying to support so they keep making me food. I hope you guys like this video. I'm trying to incorporate some more New York content back in since you guys seem to like that, and we may not be here that much longer. I don't know, I feel like this is like go time for me to get a lot of New York content just in case New York is not where I am at the end of this year. Okay, that was it. I really just had to film all of this before we left for the day. I don't know what we're gonna do, but it snowed yesterday, so probably play in the snow or something. I don't know.